Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about all the fighting games available on the PlayStation 5. From fast-paced brawlers to strategic fighting games, the PlayStation 5 has something for everyone. I'll break down each of the games and what makes them unique. So sit back, relax, and get ready to dive into the exciting world of PlayStation 5 fighting games. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe and click the bell button to get notified when I post more content. Your support helps me keep creating content and allows me to bring you more awesome videos. Thanks for watching. Mortal Kombat 11, 2019. Mortal Kombat 11, a 2019 fighting video game developed by NetherRealm Studios and published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment, was released in 2019. Dragon Ball FighterZ, 2018. Dragon Ball FighterZ, pronounced Fighters, is a 2.5D fighting game created by Arc System Works and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. Based on the world-renowned Dragon Ball franchise, it was released in January 2018 for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Microsoft Windows, followed by a Japanese release in February the same year, and a worldwide release on Nintendo Switch in September 2018. Tekken 7, 2015. The legendary fighting game franchise, Tekken, returns with its seventh main installment, Tekken 7. Developed and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment, this is the ninth installment in the Tekken series. Injustice 2, 2017. Injustice 2, the sequel to 2013's Injustice, Gods Among Us, is a 2017 fighting video game set in the DC universe. It is the second installment in the Injustice franchise. SOULCALIBUR 6, 2018. Bandai Namco Entertainment published SOULCALIBUR 6 in 2018, the seventh major installment in the SOULCALIBUR series. Developed by Bandai Namco Studios and DIMPS, the game was released for PlayStation 4, Windows, and Xbox One. Street Fighter V, 2016. The game includes 16 characters in the base version, with 4 of them being new to the series. Released in 2016, Street Fighter V is a fighting video game developed by Capcom and DIMPS for PlayStation 4 and Windows. An arcade version of the game, exclusive to Japan, was released by Taito in 2019. The game follows the traditional side-scrolling fighting system seen in other Street Fighter titles, with 16 characters included in the base version, 4 of which are new to the series. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, 2011. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is a fighting game developed in partnership by Capcom and Aiding, which brings together characters from the Marvel Comics and Capcom universes. Guilty Gear Strive, 2021. Guilty Gear X2, otherwise known as Guilty Gear XX and labeled the Midnight Carnival in Japan, is a fighting game created by Arc System Works and distributed by Sammy Studios. As the third major installment of the Guilty Gear series, Guilty Gear X2 furthers the storyline of the series, while also introducing new characters and game mechanics. Mortal Kombat 10, 2015. Mortal Kombat 10, a 2015 fighting video game created by NetherRealm Studios and published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment, is available for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, 2017. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is a fighting video game created and released by Capcom. It pits Marvel Comics superheroes against characters from Capcom's video game franchises. EA Sports UFC 4, 2020. EA Sports UFC 4 is the latest installment in EA Sports series of mixed martial arts fighting video games. Developed by EA Vancouver and published by EA Sports, it serves as a sequel to EA Sports UFC 3, 2018. The game was released on August 14, 2020 for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, 2018. Celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Street Fighter series, Capcom and Digital Eclipse have released the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, bringing together 12 classic titles from the series for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Microsoft Windows, and Xbox One. Released in May 2018, this compilation of fighting games is sure to delight fans of the series. Brawlhalla, 2014. Brawlhalla, a free-to-play fighting game, has been developed by Blue Mammoth Games and published by Ubisoft for all major platforms, including macOS, Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One and Series S and X, Android, and iOS, and boasts full cross-playability between all platforms. The game was first introduced at PAX East in April 2014 and quickly entered alpha testing shortly after. Skullgirls Second Encore, 2012. In Skullgirls, a 2D fighting game developed by Reverge Labs and published by Autumn Games, players battle each other using teams of 1, 2, or 3 characters. The goal is to either knock out the opponents or have the highest total health when the time runs out. Dead or Alive 6, 2019. Dead or Alive 6, DOA 6, a 2019 fighting game developed by Team Ninja and published by Koei Tecmo, is the 6th installment in the Dead or Alive series. The title is written in Japanese as 6, Dedo Oe Arabashikusu, which is often abbreviated as DOA 6. The King of Fighters 15, 2022. On February 17, 2022, SNK released The King of Fighters 15, a fighting game developed with Unreal Engine 4, for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Windows, and Xbox Series X/S. This installment of the series features GGPO rollback networking and follows the events of The King of Fighters 14. 2 characters with multiverse-related supernatural powers, Shunai and Isla, are at the center of the narrative, joined by other returning heroes as they face revived foes. Jump Force, 2019. To celebrate the 50th anniversary of Shueisha's weekly Shonen Jump anthology, Spike Chunsoft and Bandai Namco Entertainment developed Jump Force, a Japanese crossover fighting game. It features characters from various manga series and was released on February 14, 2019 in Japan for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, with a worldwide release the following day for Microsoft Windows. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, 2013. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, a fighting game co-developed by Atlus and Arc System Works, was first released for arcades in 2013, followed by its console launch on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 in 2014. Atlus released the game in Japan and North America, while Sega published it in Europe. BlazBlue, Cross Tag Battle, 2018. BlazBlue, Cross Tag Battle, a 2D crossover fighting game developed and published by Arc System Works, was first released in 2018 for PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and Windows. It features characters from BlazBlue, Persona 4 Arena, Under Night in Birth, and RWBY, and additional characters from Arcana Heart, Senran Kagura, and Akatsuki Blitzkampf were made available as downloadable content afterwards. Virtua Fighter 5, 2006. Virtua Fighter 5 is the 5th entry in Sega's Virtua Fighter series of arcade fighting games. This installment was first released on the Sega Lindbergh arcade system board. Guilty Gear Xrd, 2014. The Guilty Gear Xrd subseries by Arc System Works is part of the larger Guilty Gear series of fighting video games. Unlike the traditional hand-drawn sprites of the original series, Guilty Gear Xrd takes advantage of Unreal Engine 3 to create cel-shaded graphics. Tekken 5, 2004. Tekken 5 was released by Namco in 2004 for arcades and 2005 for the PlayStation 2. It was the 5th main installment and 6th overall in the Tekken series, celebrating the 10th anniversary of the franchise. Power Rangers, Battle for the Grid, 2019. Developed by San Francisco-based game developer Enway, Power Rangers, Battle for the Grid is a fighting game featuring characters from the Power Rangers franchise. It was released digitally for Nintendo Switch and Xbox One on March 26, 2019, for PlayStation 4 on April 2, 2019, for Microsoft Windows on September 24, 2019, and for Stadia on June 1, 2020. Garou, Mark of the Wolves, 1999. Garou, Mark of the Wolves is a 1999 fighting game produced by SNK, initially released for the Neo Geo system and later adapted for the Dreamcast as Fatal Fury, Mark of the Wolves. It is the 8th title in the Fatal Fury series, or 9th, if one includes Fatal Fury, Wild Ambition. Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, 2016. The first installment of the Ultimate Ninja Storm series, Naruto Mate Storm, Naruto, was developed by CyberConnect 2 and published by Bandai Namco Games. It was released for the PlayStation 3, PS3, in November 2008 across North America, Europe and Australia, and in Japan on January 15, 2009. This fighting game allows players to battle it out in a 3D arena and experience the thrilling stories of the Naruto anime series. Sifu, 2022. Nidhogg II, 2017. In Nidhogg, 2 players battle each other with swords in a side-scrolling, pixelated environment. Developed and published by Meshift, the game pits opponents against each other in a dynamic and fast-paced combat system. The King of Fighters 2002 Unlimited Match, 2009. KOF 02 is the ninth installment in the King of Fighters series, developed by Playmore, formerly BlazBlue, and published by Eolith for the Neo Geo in 2002. This fighting game pits players against each other in the ultimate battle of strength, strategy, and skill. With a roster of over 30 characters, KOF 02 is sure to challenge even the most experienced fighters. Street Fighter V, Champion Edition, 2020. Developed by Capcom and DIMPS, it was released for the PlayStation 4 and Windows in 2016, with an arcade version exclusive to Japan released by Taito in 2019. Players compete in one-on-one battles against each other or artificial intelligence opponents in a variety of game modes. Street Fighter V is a critically acclaimed fighting game developed by Capcom and DIMPS and published by Capcom for PlayStation 4 and Windows in 2016. It features a traditional side-scrolling fighting system, and players can compete in one-on-one battles against either each other or AI opponents in a variety of game modes. An arcade version that was exclusive to Japan was released by Taito in 2019. Under Night in Birth, 2012. Developed in collaboration by Accall Software and French Bread, Under Night in Birth is a 2D fighting game that has been continuously updated with balance adjustments and additional characters. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, 1998. Video games based on Hirohiko Araki's popular manga and anime series, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, have been released since 1993. The first game was a role-playing game for the Super Famicom, based on the third story arc and named after the series. GrandBlue Fantasy Vs. 2020. GrandBlue Fantasy Vs. a 2. 5D fighting game developed by Arc System Works and released by Cygames in Japan and Asia, TSS Ventures, Tencent, Square Enix, and Sega in Asia, and Seed Games in North America on February 6, 2020 and March 3, 2020 respectively, is based on the role-playing video game, GrandBlue Fantasy. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, 2021. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, a crossover fighting game developed by Swedish developer Ludosity and Costa Rican developer Fairplay Labs, and published by Game Mill Entertainment, is the first console installment of the Nickelodeon Super Brawl series of browser and mobile games. Dead or Alive 5 Last Round, 2015. Dead or Alive 5 Last Round, a 2015 fighting game developed by Team Ninja and published by Koei Tecmo, is the third and final version of the 2012 game Dead or Alive 5. This version is available on PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Microsoft Windows, and arcade platforms. Prior to this, Dead or Alive 5 Plus and Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate were also released. EA Sports UFC 3, 2018. EA Sports UFC 3, developed by EA Canada and published by EA Sports, is a mixed martial arts fighting video game. Cover fighter Conor McGregor, who had also featured on the cover of EA Sports UFC 2, made a return as the official face of this installment. Tekken 2, 1995. Tekken 2 is the second installment in the Tekken series of fighting games. It was first released for arcades in 1995 and was later released for the PlayStation in 1996. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba Euro The Hinokami Chronicles, 2021. Them's Fightin' Herds, 2018. In Them's Fightin' Herds, developed by Main 6 and published by Maximum Games, players battle as an all-female cast of ungulate characters in order to find a champion worthy of obtaining a magical key that will safeguard their world against predators. Guilty Gear Xrd REV2. The Guilty Gear Xrd series, created by Arc System Works, is a subseries within the Guilty Gear franchise. This installment of the series makes use of Unreal Engine 3 and cel-shaded graphics, instead of the hand-drawn sprites seen in earlier entries. Mortal Kombat XL. Developed by NetherRealm Studios and published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment, Mortal Kombat 10 was released in 2015 for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. This fighting video game was highly anticipated and received positive reviews upon its release. Gang Beasts, 2014. Developed and self-published by British indie studio Boneloaf, Gang Beasts began an early access period for Microsoft Windows, macOS, and Linux in August 2014. It was later released for PlayStation 4 in December 2017 and published in physical form by Skybound Games in 2020. Prior to this, the title was published by Double Fine Presents. Dragon Ball Z, Kakarot, 2020. Dragon Ball Z, Kakarot is an open-world action role-playing game developed by CyberConnect 2 and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. Based on the Dragon Ball franchise, the game was initially released for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Windows in January 2020. It has since been made available for Nintendo Switch in September 2021, Stadia in October 2021, and PlayStation 5 in January 2023. Samurai Shodown, 2019. Gameplay. The series is known for its weapon-based combat, with characters having access to various swords, spears and other weapons. The gameplay also features special moves, combos and counters. The series is also known for its high difficulty level and its fast-paced action.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to our channel. Your support means a lot to me and helps me create even more content for you to enjoy. Thanks again for watching.